On the edge of a quiet farm, nestled between tall, golden fields, there lived a rooster named Rufus. Rufus wasn't just any rooster. He was known far and wide for his striking plumage, the brightest red and gold feathers that shimmered in the morning sun. He was proud of his crow, which echoed through the farm, marking the start of every day. But there was one thing that Rufus dreamed of. He wanted his crow to be the most famous in the world. He wanted everyone, not just the farm animals, to hear it. Imagine, he would say to his friends, how wonderful it would be to have my crow echo through the valleys and hills. Every creature in the land would know my name. One crisp autumn morning, Rufus decided that today was the day. He would crow like never before. He stretched his wings, puffed out his chest, and took a deep breath. The air was still, and the sun was just beginning to rise, casting a soft golden glow over the farm. It was the perfect moment. Today is the day, Rufus thought, eyes twinkling with excitement. He climbed to the highest perch on the barn and, with all his might, let out a loud, magnificent crow. His voice carried across the fields, across the meadows, and out into the valleys beyond. But instead of feeling the rush of fame, Rufus heard something unexpected. A distant echo returned his crow. But it wasn't quite as loud as he imagined. He waited eagerly for more. Nothing. Just the wind rustling the leaves and the soft mooing of the cows. Disappointed, Rufus flapped his wings and perched even higher on the barn's roof. Surely, from up here, his crow would be heard by everyone. With another deep breath, he crowed again, louder this time, his chest puffed out in pride. Still, the same soft echo returned. Rufus shook his feathers in frustration. Why isn't anyone listening? Why can't they hear me? He wondered aloud. At that moment, a small voice spoke from below. It was Henrietta, the farm's clever hen, known for her wise words and gentle spirit. Rufus, she said, why do you want everyone to hear you? What's so special about a loud crow? Rufus blinked. I want to be famous. I want to be remembered. To make my mark on the world. Henrietta chuckled softly. Fame is fleeting, Rufus. What truly matters is the joy you bring to the world. Your crow is already special. It wakes us up to a new day, reminding us of the possibilities ahead. The farm animals know your crow, and they look forward to it every morning. Rufus thought for a moment, his feathers ruffling in the breeze. But I want more than that. I want to be heard by the whole world. Henrietta smiled warmly. Rufus, you don't need to be heard by everyone to be important. The world is full of voices, but it's the ones we love and cherish that matter most. Your crow is already enough. You've already made your mark. Rufus stared out at the morning sky, feeling a sense of peace he hadn't felt before. The hills stretched far and wide, and the farm was alive with the sounds of nature. He looked down at Henrietta, then across to the other animals who had gathered to hear his crow. They were his audience, his community, and that was enough. With a deep breath, Rufus crowed once more, not with the hope of being famous, but simply to greet the new day. And as his crow echoed across the farm, it carried with it the warmth of the sun, the promise of a new beginning, and the love of the animals who shared the quiet mornings with him. From that day forward, Rufus no longer sought fame. He found joy in the simple things. The warmth of the sun on his feathers, the sound of his crow greeting the day, and the company of his friends. He had discovered that sometimes the biggest impact comes from the smallest things, and his crow was more than enough.